Hey y'all, I'm back. So anyway, I made it to the house. I have my seeded watermelon. I'm trying to get used to this watermelon cutter. I actually have two, and they're two different ones. And I'm trying to get used to them, but no. So far, the only one that I cut that was uniform was this one. The other ones tore them up to pieces. So I might need to get on YouTube or somewhere and figure out how I'm supposed to do it because I've been doing it wrong. I tried before and I was like, nah, and I just got the knife and cut it the way I'm used to cutting it. So anyway, so I'm gonna use these last few minutes to vent my frustrations and my feelings and emotions about a couple of shows that I've seen. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about the last episode or possibly certain other things that have happened with All the Queen's Men. I'm gonna talk about the Blacklist, and I'm going to talk about Mayans MC. Okay, so let's start off with All the Queen's Men. I saw the last episode of All the Queen's Men. Listen, I live for Blue. Blue is my spirit animal. I live for her. I'm tired of. I know I was about to say that man's name wrong, so I'm not even gonna say it. But the man. Well. Let me say, spoiler alert. I'm about to say some things that if you haven't seen these shows, if you plan on watching them, I don't want to spoil it for you. So go ahead and log on off of here. I appreciate you watching up until this point. If it's something that's gonna spoil you, I don't want to spoil it for you. But I'm gonna discuss certain things. So just giving you a spoiler alert. You can't say it's my fault or none of that. Okay. All right. So, old boy, that Christian Keys' character. I was wondering when he was gonna reappear, but this time they just had him on the phone. Like they didn't even pan over to where he was. They just said where he was, and I was just like, okay, when is he gonna reappear? Like, what's really going on? But any of y'all wondering if Madam is gonna have a moment with Joey, the security dude, the man that's like over all of this armed security that she got at her house? I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Y'all, Tommy get on my nerves sometimes. Like I understand, but at the same time, it's like, sir, please go somewhere and sit down. You let that man get up in her business. That man was there in her office. You act like you live for her. You live in this woman's house. You cook for her. You run these baths for her. You do whatever she wants you to do. But when you needed to be present, you weren't there. And now you and your feelings that other people are there and doing their job exceptionally well. How you mad? How? I just need you to stop. Tommy be getting on my nerves, but he kills me. And see, again, another reason why Blue is my spirit animal. She said exactly what I said because Tommy confuses me sometimes. He goes off, calls you all out your name, set it off, and then in the next moment, he'll tell you how he to cook these gourmet cookies for you. She was just like, "You confuse me." I was like, "Yes, don't he? Don't he know?" He is so confusing to me. My earlier seasons, well, the other season, because we on what the second season or the third season. Anyway, before this season, Tommy used to trip me out. How he used to be like, "Do you want me to do this for you, madam?" When she would be at the house. Y'all ain't even gonna lie. Remind me, was he pleasing her at times? Because I really have blocked that out if that was a situation that was going on at the house sometimes. But she done got to the point now, she'd be like, "I don't want nothing from you. Like, leave me be, whatever," right? And then, oh boy, before all the stuff happened, before the beheading and, you know, girl, when she told them to assemble a guillotine, I said, "Ma'am, no, you didn't. No, you didn't." So ever since the beheading of this man's wife, everybody tied. The daddy tied. She is just like, "I don't care." And then with this last episode, they done called her. It was like, her father's not pleased. He's out for blood. Somebody's gonna be hanging from somewhere. within the next like 24 hours a week or something like that, somebody you love. And I'm like, ma'am, why wasn't your next move as soon as you got off the phone to immediately remove your daddy from the nursing home? Now I know her daddy a pimp and all this other stuff, and he doing all the things that he do, and she has asked them folks how's the security over there, but I'm pretty sure it pales in comparison to what she got going on at her own house. Like, we're not even finna play this game. That's a result of me cutting it all crazy, y'all. It was cut in like 4 or 5 different spots. But as you can see, yeah, I cut it 5 different ways. But anyway, I'm tired of her nephew in real life on here. Cause why did you cut your facial hair off? Bondi Blue brought it up the other day. And ever since his fiance posted him, I don't know if she posted him first or if he posted him without the facial hair first. Whenever it initially happened, I was like, what was the reason? I really looked at my screen and said, what was the reason? Because he looks sick. He looks sick, pale. I don't know. People are speculating that he's gotten facial work done. They said that she looked like she got some work done, some kind of reconstruction done to her face or something. I don't know. But he look a mess with no hair. And he's growing it back in now or whatever. Somebody tried to say, oh, well, he said it's because he likes his face to breathe. And girl, sir, who else? All y'all need to just stop. You need to get you all this money you making from these TV shows you on. I would have a professional person once or a few times a week to give me a beard facial situation. These people be getting all kinds of exfoliating, amazing treatments done, and I'd be looking at them like, at this point, if I had a beard, I'd be getting this done on the regular as a regular, degular, schmegular person. It looks like it's very relaxing and that skin don't need to breathe. Like, whatever the excuse is. And then somebody gonna get in the comment section talking, y'all need to be mindful. Y'all remember what everybody was saying when Chadwick Boseman was sick? Didn't nobody even know he was sick? I don't think that's what's going on here. That man literally cut the hair off of his face. And that's all that happened. And he just looks crazy. Some people just don't look good without facial hair, and he's one of them. He looks very weird. And he might have actually undergone some sort of surgeries too, because he looks very weird now. Anyway, why old boy had to do what he did? Like, my thing is this. You did not have to kill your wife. Old boy's brother sat up there and killed his wife by putting a bomb in a vehicle, strapping a bomb to her and blowing it up when Blue left out. And I'm just like, then Madam won't let her do nothing. And so she was just like, no, follow my lead. And I'm just like, this heifer probably gonna try to sneak out of the compound, gonna get killed. This man almost killed you before. Like, Blue, stop. I live for her loyalty. I live for her willingness to get things done. But in this instance, she need to sit down somewhere until it's time to move. She really need to sit down. Y'all, what is going on? Okay, I was just like, I'm just gonna ignore this, but this ain't making sense. Do y'all think Midnight stole her money? Because they're talking about all the money that he's been bringing in. When they shine that light over it, you could tell that it's hers. And they talking about it's Midnight. Like, she was like, nah, he been too loyal, da 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 da. I understand that there are times that the people you least expect to try you gonna be the ones who end up turning on you in the end. But all that they've been through, why would you do that? Like, somebody got to be setting him up like this. Some please be a lie, because it's gonna be a horrible death he's gonna have to rain down on him if we find out that he indeed has had some foolishness going on. Like, of all people, what is wrong with you? Child, I can't. Doc had too much audacity. Doc had way too much audacity to roll up on that police officer like that. He had way too much audacity. And I was like, part of me was like, is she actually a little tipsy or not? Like, I feel like she was kind of faking like she was tipsy, not just for the role. Like, cause he fine in real life. I don't know what it is when he put them glasses on. Child, a fine man with glasses be doing something to me. I'd be like, ooh, child. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, mm, mm. That man is fine in real life to me. And not because of what he's swinging. And that's dangling. I ain't talking about that. He is just fine in real life to me. What's his name? Michael or whatever. I forgot. Something with a boat, something. I don't know. His name escapes me in this moment. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's fine behind. So anyway, let's move on away from that because I mean it's just too much. Oh, the one last thing I want to say, y'all probably gonna look at me like, girl, go somewhere and sit down. But that man, I don't know if he actually is supposed to be from Louisiana, but every time he say Wazam, I get my entire life. I just be like, okay. And see, I'm not one of the people that's color struck and all of that. Be like, ooh, he's light skinned and he has long, flowy, curly hair. He ain't no ugly dude, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not checking for him when it comes to that. I'm just saying the accent. Even though it's not super thick, I live for the Wazams and all of that. I be here for all of that. My little yeah with the I tell you, my little yeah, I talk about my little yeah with the yeah and stuff like that all the time. So y'all know I'm here for it. But yeah, I don't know about how the situation gonna end with him and Dime because he over here plotting and scheming to get some things going, some more mess going between him and the nephew. I'm so tired of him. I'm so tired of him. He needs to stop drinking, doing drugs, all of that because he's a terrible person. Like, I mean, he was a terrible person anyway. Like, if you think about it, he even told El Fuego how terrible a person he is. Like, he really is a terrible person. So, him getting on, it seems as though the alcohol and stuff got him acting like this. And he decided up here and killed the person that he was with because some kind of way that fuels something else inside of him to act like that. Like, Dime needs to run fast away from that. Oh boy, actually might treat her right. I ain't gonna lie to you. Some of them dudes be doing the most, and you kind of want to be cautious because they fine. So I understand. But yeah, I don't know. I can't think of his name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. The nephew. He need to get on somewhere. So let's go on to the next show. So The Blacklist. Okay, y'all. I've been watching The Blacklist for a couple of years. And at first I was playing catch up because I wasn't watching it as it was airing. And then it started back, like I got kind of caught up to where I was so close to when it was airing that I was like, ooh. So it was nice. I even watched the little spinoff. That was good too. So, but y'all, I was not ready. So if I'm not mistaken, this was the series finale that happened. I was not ready for none of this. What's wrong with Marvin? For those of y'all who watch this show, yet again, spoiler alert, what in the world is wrong with him? Are you crazy? How you gonna sit up there and be somebody's lawyer and then in your mind you assume that you are now partner with somebody that you work for? Again, you went to school, you went to college. You went to college. Why are you acting dumb? Wasn't no agreement. The only thing that was agreed upon was that until he returns, if he returns, you are to take over his business. That does not mean that y'all are partners. And even when he came back, because he was gone for 2 years, he took back over. Never once did he say, hey, we partners. He probably said thank you, and that was it. Like, Raymond is enough on his own. What makes you think he needs an actual partner like that? Like, even with Dembe. Y'all, I live for Dembe. I live for Dembe. Ain't nobody had time for that foolishness. Dembe even knew what his role was. Shoot, if anybody gonna be a part, it'd be Dembe. If you don't get out of here, Dembe work for the FBI now. What are you talking about? I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was so happy when they teamed back up for this last leg of the race. Because, after he, went legal, he looking at him like, I'm a part of a criminal empire. How, it's not gonna work for them to work together no more. Obviously, because he's a criminal, even though he's working with them so that he can stay out of jail. But he's helping them get so many people that need to be locked up to be put away. It is what it is, y'all. I just can't. Part of me at times was wondering if this was all a ruse, because we've had moments like this before where we thought people were dead and they weren't. Well, Elizabeth really did die. Raymond took it exceptionally hard. What's funny is, and I've said it before, a lot of y'all might not know this. If y'all watch this show, did y'all know that Elizabeth Keene, the person who plays Elizabeth Keene, and the person who plays Raymond Reddington, which are the main characters on this show, hate each other? Like, they hate each other, or at least hated each other when this show first started. But had to go to work with each other every day. I would have never guessed, with the way that they work so well on this show together, that they hate each other, despise one another. I was like, what you mean? We had to hate each other, or at least hated each other. So it probably made it better once she, got killed and all of that. Because they didn't have to work together anymore. Y'all, ever since I first saw the guy who plays Harold on this show, who was over the task force that Raymond Reddington helps, I always live for him in every role I've ever seen him play. Love him. Y'all know. I ain't finna say that name. But anyway, he was in, The 5 Heartbeats. That man have been in so many different shows. It don't make no sense. But a lot of black people, I'm just gonna make sure I just say it. It just is really a lot of black people. If they don't know him from nothing else, they know him from that. But yeah, he everything. Everything. But ever since Harold Cooper, that's his character on this show. Awesome, very, very professional. I was not expecting everything that was happening to him to happen, but when Elizabeth died, she wanted her child to be raised by him and his wife, who is Victoria Pettiford, who is the woman on a show that I have to finish doing recap reviews on, which is The Family Business. That's another amazing actress. I think her most notable role, or most people only really mainly know her from, is Half and Half as the mother, the woman who ended up being the upgraded wife, if you will, Big D. So yeah, a lot of people remember her from that if they don't know her from nothing else. But she played a great role on here too. Thoroughly enjoyed this show. I'm sad it's over with. The guy who played Aram, oh, he's so smart. I love a nerd. I love stuff like that. It was awesome that they brought back his old lover because she died and he couldn't save her. It was kind of like it just was meant to happen. But he had a lot of awakenings. A lot of things were happening, and it was awesome. I loved it. But yeah, it was a good show. Had its great run. And I'm glad that some people understand that shows need to end at some point. But that show was really good. If you have not watched The Blacklist, you are missing out. That was a really good show. Now, the last on my list of things I want to talk about is Mayans MC. Okay, I will try to be brief, but I'm in my feelings still. Like when it ended, like as the show went on, I went from just saying what to like I just was like I literally could not speak. It was just too much. So again, spoiler alert. So for those of y'all who watch the show, y'all don't know what I'm talking about. So the father of the two main characters, I'm gonna say two main characters, um, he got killed because they were looking for one of the sons that ended up being at his house. Now, like I forgot if I ain't say it or not, but this is a spinoff of the Sons of Anarchy. So it's a really, really, really good show. Um, and I was just taken aback that he actually died. He's had moments where people have come for him specifically for real because of his connection to how things happened in his past. But this particular time, when they came to the house, they were looking for his son. His son's child was there with him. He had went to the grocery store or went to a little bodega or somewhere, to like a corner store or somewhere to get some chips. And when he got back to the house, he looking like, what? He trying to figure out what's going on. He realized that all the tape and stuff in front of his house. Child, he was like, no, that's my son. That's my son right there. He done ran up to the house, man. They wheeling his daddy out in a black bag. I said, I am done. I am done with this show. I am done. I am done. Y'all, I was like, I was not ready for this. That man had went through so much. And for this to be how he went out, I was like, I am done. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I was so livid that when this last episode aired, I was like, oh, okay. Not realizing it was the last episode. Because in my mind, I don't be trusting nothing. I don't trust nothing. So when it came back on, I was like, who is this singing and why are they singing? And then once they like zoomed in on the son, I was like, oh, because he had a tear. I said, oh, this is the daddy funeral. I'm done. I am done. So of course, you know, the whole motorcycle club is there, and you know, trying to support their brother or whatever. And I was just like, Lord, this is too much. I'm glad that the brother was just like, look, I need to get out of here. Too much going on. They was looking for me, so I need to get out of town. And so because it's a certain type of a motorcycle club, you got to bring all that stuff to the table. So he was like, oh, well, I bring it to him tonight, whatever, whatever. Oh, along the way, of course, people are getting killed. All kinds of things are going on. Oh, Lord, the heifer who he was screwing ended up being pregnant. And she didn't even realize it until somebody else said something that he didn't even realize that he was saying that she was pregnant. And it was just too much. I was just like, Lord, heifer. Listen, to make a long story short, everybody ended up dying in the end, which was crazy to me. I was not expecting none of that. None of it. Except for the one person who throughout this whole y'all, when this show first came on, I thought that the son that they were gunning for to begin with, that the daddy got killed over, was gonna be the main one who was gonna get killed. He was a very immature grown man. Very immature. And with some people, when they have kids, it just does something to them and they become a better person for it. Well, he the only one who got out alive. Him and my buddy Alvarez, as I already tell people all the time when I was doing that recap review, yet again on the other show that I mentioned, The Family Business. That man is on there. That man is an amazing actor. Live for him. Them the only two who got out. Everybody else dead. Just like, come on, nah. Because the only reason why Marcus is what his name is on there, Marcus. I'm like, what kind of name is Marcus? For, what is he? I don't know if they, Spanish speaking person, whatever. I don't know. I don't want to say Mexican and he's something else. I don't know. But anyway, what kind of name is Marcus? I used to just always be like, Marcus. Like, what the world? But I'm going to call you Alvarez. But Alvarez that sat up here, he at the house, he basically then went into retirement. Then it's crazy because at one point in time, because they were having a war, recently, he talking about coming back in and they was talking about, no, we ain't gonna do that. Child, wait a minute. So tell me why I'm watching the show. I'm just like everything is happening. It was just too much happening at once. I was like, wait a minute. I'm tired of Potter. This man Potter is like a crooked, like, I don't even want to say FBI. I think it's something bigger than that. I forgot what he is, but he up there, agent or whatever. He do the most, and he crooked. And Child, after everything was said, child, listen, wait a minute. So the main person, y'all, I know I'm all over the place. Y'all don't understand. Like, I really have not spoken a word about this show since this happened. I just told my friend, I texted my friend, I said, I am not okay. I'd have had to go somewhere and sit silently. Because she used to watch it religiously too. So that's why I be trying to tell y'all, like, people don't be watching stuff or they wait until after the fact. And then they be like, oh. But y'all, chop. So the premise of the show, or the gist of everything, is how everything even got started with this particular spinoff is that the brother of the immature brother got out of jail. Well, he was able to get out of jail because he was going to basically be an informant. Little did we know, he was going to climb the ladder and end up being over the whole club at some point. He's really smart. He was supposed to go to college and all this other stuff, but he got caught up with some stuff, ended up going to jail. He became hardened and all this other stuff. It's just a lot. It's a whole lot of stuff was going on. Drugs, a lot of crazy stuff was going on. A series of events happened. The club members put two and two together and realized that he was the reason why somebody who was a member before he ever even got in the gang got killed in prison or whatever. And everything linked back to him. They him and his brother up, told his brother, you better kill your brother. If you don't kill him and show your loyalty to the club, that we gonna kill you and him. And he kept saying, no. His brother was like, look, bro, you gotta do it because you have a child. You got to do it. Forget me. Don't worry about all that. You need to kill me. He ended up taking the knife that the people gave him. There was a knife that they gave him that was on him. And reluctantly, he stabbed him. Child, I was so done. These people sat up here one by one, went up to this man and proceeded to stab him. Listen, it's this one man. And I'm like, how y'all gonna skate over this? It's this one man on the show, right? He was against everybody. Like, he was working for the enemy in some sort. I don't forgot what the man is. If I think of that man's name, I will put it on here for y'all to look him up. That man was so fine to me. But anyway, they called him Sacagawea at the end of this episode. So if you saw the episode, you know what I'm talking about when I say that. But he ended up, before they, kind of ambushed them with the situation, the last order of business was going to be bringing the new people, the, what they call them? I forgot what they call them. Prospects. They call the prospects in there, and if they felt like they did a good enough job, they'll get them a cut that actually has the emblem and everything on it, for the motorcycle club, whatever, right? Well, sat up there. They done got their stabs in too, but Sacagawea dude, man, I'm just like, oh, so we just gonna forget that this man was the whole ops out here? Like, he was ops. I am confused. I am confusion right now. He really was ops. Or did I have it wrong the entire time? I was so confused because I was like, what kind of undercover foolishness is this? Once he was able to get in to even become a prospect. So I'm like, okay. But yeah, he was one of the main ones, rolled up on him with the knife and stabbed him. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, oh Lord, I was so tired in my spirit. I was so tired in my spirit. But it was crazy because how it ended, like I said, the two of them were the only ones to survive. Him and Alvarez. Because Alvarez got out. If he hadn't retired and said, I need to be at home with my family, I done the most, I done as much as I can do, I done got too old for this, all of the excuses he gave, if he hadn't got out, he would have been dead too. Man, them people raided their whole area after they decided to kill this man and killed everybody in that building. I said, oh my God, everybody died. Everybody died except the two of them. After it was all said and done, y'all, I was done. I could not say nothing. Y'all, and then before that even happened, one of the prospects, after they became, that wasn't a prospect no more, they just sent him over to the trailer with a girlfriend of the old boy who she ended up being pregnant. She opened the door. She was like, "Oh, what's going on?" It wiped the smile clean off her face. And she was like, "No, no, 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 no." Shot her up and killed her something terrible. Girl, see, that's why you can't get involved with these people. You can't get involved with these people. I was like, no, y'all didn't. I was so done. Y'all, that the room was so bloody. Or she was so bloody and bled out so bad that the dog that was in there with her had got out. I guess they left the door open. And one of the former members who got killed or died had to die or whatever. He had a lot going on. There was a lot going on. He had to get killed. He had to die. His daughter rolled up, and I was like, Lord, please don't let nobody kill her. The dog that came out the building, that came out the trailer, blood all on her paws. So she could feel what was going on. She saw what it was hitting for, and she just told the dog to come on with her. So I was like, Lord, I can't believe she lived. She another one that lived. But she wasn't a part of the club, obviously, because this was, for all guys. But yeah, the people that took my nerves down. Yo, I really did not speak. I was so done. I was like, how dare you? How dare you? Y'all, I'm so sorry. I had to get that off my chest. I had to get it off my chest. Yo, I was going through. I was like, how dare you? Why would you do this? Them shows are so good. If y'all ain't watching them shows, please do. Go see what it's hitting for, because when I tell y'all I was not ready, I really was not ready for nothing. Anyway, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Hopefully some of y'all know I be yammering on and on. Hopefully y'all fast forward and whatever so y'all can get through the video, because I know I be talking a whole lot. I am so sorry. But yeah, let me get up off of here so I can enjoy my last full day off before I got to go back to work tomorrow night. All right, I hope y'all have a good day. And I was about to say stay warm, but I don't know how it is where y'all at, because it's cold where I'm at. But, dress appropriately. Stay hydrated. This is H3O2, if you didn't know, which is more hydrating than water. Seeded watermelon. Load up before they go out of season. All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later on. Have a good one. Bye.